Hey guys, it's Kaz here, and today it is day 6 of the Because We Can Readathon. So today's prompt is recreate how you imagined a character when they were first introduced. Not gonna lie, I've been filming this one for a couple of weeks, bits and bobs here and there, and it's not exactly gone to plan of what I expected it to be in my head, but it's a thing. I haven't even finished it as I'm recording this bit, but the bit that's going into your eyes right now after this, it will be completed. So watch the video and check out my pick. So the wonderful thing about this for you guys is that this character doesn't even exist yet, so you can't even figure it out for yourself. So basically this is a character that's in my sister's 3rd Constellations book, which isn't out yet, but hey, if you're part of her newsletter you would have got the description of him because it was in the newsletter, so go and join, just saying. So yeah, this is Aspen, and right now I'm just going through what is in the description. So we've got slate-like bits on his head and on his mouth that looks like teeth over his beak. Down his tail, yeah, he's got a tail, he's a bird but he's got a tail and wings, as you can see. At the end I'll read out the full description so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, here it is. Here's the basic outline of what I'm thinking of. So I decided to draw some different faces because in the description he said he's got a skeletal face. So I went through quite a few different birds and had a look at what they would look like with different sort of skeletal type faces. And as you can see, I did some sideways and some facing forward, and decided that facing forward looked better because it's like the creepy eyes look better when they're looking at you rather than just one sideways. So that's why I highlighted the ones with the full creepy eyes looking in your face, in your soul. You can see at the bottom I was doing another one, trying out the crest of the slate-like material over here. And I highlighted the other one with the 2 eyes facing forward because, like I said, I was a fan of that. So at this point, all the crest I kept doing was all like big slate squares and slabs, but I realised that it didn't actually say what the crest looked like in the description. So I tried out a few different things. I was looking at real crests with birds, but all these just look like flipping punk birds. None of them look particularly good or particularly usable, but you know, I thought I'd give a go at loads of different ones. So these pictures here, I'll insert a picture right here so you can see it better. But I took this picture when I was at Dublin Zoo, and I just thought this guy looked super cool and super creepy, and I love the way he's staring at the camera. So I wanted to use it as a little bit of inspiration. So back to the picture. Here we can see I drew a few different ones, but for some reason in the way I was drawing it, I kept looking more like a human body with a beak and wings. It was really like humanoid, really long-bodied and long-legged and long-footed. And it just wasn't what I was working with, what I wanted to work with. It's just not what I wanted. So I decided to go back to actually drawing birds. So I remembered what birds look like. So on this page, I actually think this page is my favourite bit of the whole thing. It's better than the end product of what I did. I love this page. I kind of ruined it because I put lines around all of them, but hey, at least I've documented it on a video so you can see that it was cool before I ruined it. So yeah, as you can see, loads of different birds. We've got your crow, you've got the ostrich, you've got a secretary bird. That's actually my sister's favourite, so I thought I'd chuck that in there. And obviously you've got to have a pigeon if you're going to draw birds, so that's why this guy's here. And I tried out a few different eyes as well. I just really like this page, how sketchy it is and all the different things about it, and then I ruined it, but let's not even talk about that. Some eyes, some birdie eyes. But in the description it also said that it has a lizard-like tail, so I drew a couple of different lizard tails. We've got like a snaky one, this one's like an alligator, and then there's a long wiggly one. And as you can see, for some reason I drew lines around them all, and I don't like it as much now, but you know, we all do stuff we don't want to do. So, thumbnail sketches. Normally I just go straight into a picture. I'm not about that thumbnail life, but I thought, hey, I'm doing it properly, let's try and do this properly. So yeah, all of these just look weird, and just, it helped me out a little bit at the end, but it's just kind of not my thing, planning. But you can see my process here, at how they changed over time, and even at the end it didn't look like any of these, but hey, that's how I roll. So this is the paper I was using, 250 GSM, Bristol Canston. And this is my first sketch, and I really liked the face, and then I changed it like 4 times and it wasn't as good. And I really liked the wing as well, but it didn't work for the back one, so I had to change the wings because it just didn't look like how it would do anatomically. At this point, I remembered that my sketch had like the neck going down, so I tried that and wrecked it, and it looks absolutely stupid. So I had to go back in and redo the head and neck for like the 5th time, because what is that basically? We can all look at that and think, why? So here we go, more sketching, trying to figure out what the crap I'm trying to do. We got there in the end. I don't know if you can tell, but this face is different to the one that was here earlier, and I liked that one more, but this is what we ended up with. It's fine. So there we go, main sketch all completed. Went in and did the claws, trying to make it realistic-ish, and instead of outlining it in black, I outlined it in grey. I just thought it might be a bit fun, a bit different. I screwed up on the mouth, but luckily when I colour it in you can't tell that, so it's fine. It's like the mouth bit doesn't connect to the beak bit, but it's fine, you can't tell later on. So there we go, that's the pen that I use, Unipin Fine Grey 0.5. Here I went in on the alcohol markers. People probably think alcohol markers are expensive, but these were like $18.99 for 80 markers off eBay, so you can buy them and they're fine. Don't need to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on markers. So here we go, that's all the markers tested on the same paper. I went in on the slate-like bits with a blue, because blue slate is the thing. So that's what I did with that. With the body, I went green, and I think that was a little bit of a mistake. It ended up too green than what I wanted, but at the same time, I was going to do the wings in black, so I didn't want it all to mesh together, so I had to kind of pick a different colour for some reason. But yeah, a little bit too green, but we're fine. Next up, I went in with some coloured pencils just to give it a little bit more depth, a little bit more finicking. Went in on the slate-like material. As you can see here, I used loads of different colours and mixed it all together and tried to get it a little bit more slatey. But at this point, as you can see with how terribly I'm doing these scales, I just couldn't be bothered to put loads of effort in because I'd been doing it for ages. So, how are you doing the wings, I hear you ask? Ink. So I got this calligraphy ink, and I had the idea straight away before I even started this picture of how I wanted to do the wings. They're described as quite raggedy, so I have this implement here, as you can see on the picture, and it's actually a camera cleaning equipment, so you just blow a bit of air out to clean your lens on your camera. But I thought it'd be a really cool technique to use ink and then this little blowy thing to make the wings, and it did actually turn out pretty cool. As you can see here, I didn't film it all because it took bloody ages to do, but I'm glad I came up with this idea because I do think it's really effective. So after that, I went in with just a normal dip pen just to add some little bits here and there, as if the wings are just flowing off and little bits of feathers are just fluffing about. Took off the washi tape. I have loads of washi tape, and the ones that I wouldn't use for specific things I always use on art because it's there and it doesn't rip pages, so that's always a bonus. So after that, I went in with the dip pen one last time just to go around the edges that are too white, just so it doesn't look like it's got a random halo around it, so you can still see the wings through it. And then we're at an end. Boom, here he is, look, it's Aspen. With the top of the beak studded with diamond-shaped slate-like material that jutted over the edge to look like teeth, with more slate-like material on his skeletal head in an impressive crest. All the pieces studded the length of its spine and partway down a dull-scaled tail, and the only feathers covering this little guy hung limply from a pair of hunched wings that trailed raggedly at the ends. I say little guy, is kind of a badass. You should definitely read this book when it comes out. So there we go, that was my picture. It didn't turn out how I wanted it 100%. It's alright. I've looked at it again like a day after I did it, and I kind of like it, but it doesn't look like Aspen in my head. But it's a cool picture nonetheless. I'm going to leave the full description as a pinned comment in the comments so you can read through the full description and see what you think and see how well you think I've created it. Not that well, because like I said, he doesn't look how I actually pictured him, even though that's the challenge for today, but it's fine. I do think that wings technique was a good idea, so it's a win from me. So let me know down below what you thought of this. Do you enjoy my picture? Do you want to read the books? Have you read the first 2 books? Because they are out. Just saying. Let me know down below. And also, if you've done this challenge, then tell me and I'll go watch your video. If this is your first video by me and you enjoy it, then please check out some of the others. And if you continue to enjoy, then please subscribe. That'd be awesome. Anyway guys, I'll see you in a few days with another video.